So when you guys shoot, so one thing you're missing in your game is that you don't move after the shot, right? So a lot of you are thinking you do this like perfect shot, one motion, and you take them down. And a lot of times it doesn't work like that. So when you shoot, you never get like a perfect deep shot, right? You always get something in between. So if he sprawls or he has an arm under, right? Something like this, right? So the motion should always be the same. So your shot motion should be deep, and then this leg should come up. But you don't always get it a perfect entrance. So the way you finish without a perfect entrance is you just keep driving in that direction. So I'm gonna push off this leg, I'm gonna step across, and I'm just gonna keep moving. And depending on how he adjusts, sometimes if he overcompensates that way, so this leg wider, right? Then I could do that. Sometimes he doesn't, he just has incredible balance, and I feel like I could finish it this way. Sometimes he hard sprawls, right? So he either hits in hard sprawls. I just keep turning. Sometimes he defends even more. So after he hard sprawls, you put my head down and circle. So the idea is you don't pause after the shot. You just keep going. Okay? So the general direction is whatever shot I have, I'm gonna turn, I'm gonna rotate this way. And I'm gonna step that way. So just generally doing that and having a strong grip on the legs finishes the takedown.
Cool.
Okay? Okay, this is for like just principles. Are you recording?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna go over how you grab the leg, but the easiest way is just to step and lock your hand and then pull it in. Right? But here is not, depending on who you wrestle, this is not the end. This is the easy part.
Yeah.
So if he's a good wrestler, he's gonna whizzer, right? And sometimes he leans his body over my head to press it down, right? And this is way harder for me because I have to carry his weight, and my head is down, and he's forcing it down, right? So people think like just because you have the leg tight, you're in a good position to finish, but your head is actually way more important. So if he does this to me, he's expending my energy. He's just making me carry all his weight, right? So as soon as I grab it, you want to keep it up as much as possible, right? So right here. And then he's going to try and force it down or push it away, right? And then I want to maintain this good posture as much as possible.
Okay.
Another thing about the grip is I always grip behind the bend of the knee, right? If I grip here, you can kick out. And if I grip high, you can sprawl, right? So this is like the perfect balance. It also, like it creates a hooking, right? So then he can't do either. If he tries to kick out, I squeeze, and then he tries to sprawl, it's hard, right? And I don't have it here, if you can. Sometimes certain moves, I have it here, like for example, this one, I start here. But a lot of times, if I can, I bend my elbow like this, 90 degrees, right? So try and sprawl, right? It's very strong, like your arm. It's the isometric strength. Or you will get strong. You'll get big biceps from wrestling, right? And I grab here, okay? So for the head inside, I mostly favor two options, right? And they both work together. So the first option is if he puts weight on his leg, which a lot of times they do, is the snap. So then I'm gonna punch my shoulder into his thigh, and then I'm gonna circle. Okay. So I punch my shoulder into his thigh.
Circle
I
towards
snap
his
down,
body?
And I circle
Uh-huh.
to the inside shoulder. Yeah, not the outside. So it looks like this.
If you're turning that side, shouldn't you snap with your other shoulder?
No.
Because
That's
you're
what's the
turning.
difference with Young's and the other ones.
Hmm.
Most people do.
Yeah.
But I don't. So put weight.
Interesting.
Let's do it.
Hmm.
And you know, sometimes it doesn't look that clean. Sometimes he has amazing balance. He's been wrestling for a while,
Mhm.
right? So sometimes you gotta keep going.
Hmm.
Okay. So the second finish I favor is when if he lifts his leg. So
Mhm.
some people have amazing balance,
Mhm.
or they did Muay Thai for like 10 years.
Mhm.
They're used to doing this, right?
Mhm.
So what I do from here is I drop down to the heel,
Mhm.
right? And then, so bend this, don't let me take the heel. So look, he's resisting, right?
Mhm.
So I'm gonna step out, I'm gonna bring it here,
Hmm.
then I lock it into this guillotine grip.
Mhm.
And then I could take him down slowly, right? So he can't escape,
Mhm.
right? And it should hurt him a little bit,
Mm.
just a little bit.
Like the ankle.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So I don't trip in front
Mhm.
because it's very easy for a person to hop forward.
Mhm.
So if I do this
Yeah.
and right,
Mhm.
I prefer taking him this direction,
Okay.
right? So one way I could do that is with my other hand, I uppercut his knee,
Mhm.
I lift him and bend his knee a little bit. And then as I do that, I trip.
Hmm.
And then the other one is I either grab the back of his neck
Mhm.
or his shoulder and I just drag him down that way.
Right.
This one has to be done fast because if you do it slowly, you just hop backwards, right?
Right.
Sometimes you could trick them. Like if you're like here
Mhm.
and then,
Hmm.
so those are the two options. Right. So option one, he puts weight. Snap.
Right. Option 2, he raises his leg.
He lifts his leg.
Mhm.
You grab the heel and you step back, pull it up. Guillotine. And be patient from here.
Uh-huh.
If you don't take him down right away, don't lose this grip.
Yeah.
Okay?
Mhm.
Alright. So this arm takes the inside grip on his thigh.
Mhm.
Okay? So the way I'm applying pressure is I'm flexing like this, and I'm also putting weight on the back of his shoulder.
Mhm.
So I'm like kind of crunching it like that,
Mhm.
right? And at the same time, I'm gonna sit on the right side of my butt cheek. And I'm gonna feed my leg in. So this, I don't take my leg out,
Mhm.
right? I'm feeding my leg in. Like that. Okay?
Alright.
So Lewis, wrestle from here. Go. Right? So I apply that pressure. And if you take his back,
Hmm.
it really depends on how he reacts, right?
Usually I'm gonna let go, otherwise I have face plant.
Yeah, he'll face plant.
Hmm.
Another way he reacts, he lets go.
Hmm.
Sometimes they're stubborn, they keep the grip. That's what happens.
Hmm.
Then the shoulder hurts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? If his head's this way, I throw him this way.
Mhm.
See? So look. So this is the square line. If his head's this way, I step in and I throw him towards his head.
Mhm.
The other way is to stuff his head directly center, and I throw him over top of me, and then I turn in.
Hmm.
Okay. So the one I'm good at is I throw him with the head out right here, right?
Okay.
Okay. So this is especially really good if he's on his knees,
Yeah.
right? Even one knee. Okay. So I'm gonna body lock. I'm gonna wrap around the middle of this torso.
Mhm.
Keep double, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if he has a single leg or a double leg,
Mhm.
right? I'm gonna glue my chest to his back. I'm gonna squat.
Mhm. Sweet.
And then but I have to end up in a strong position for this to be worth it.
Yeah.
If I do it sloppy, right, and I go here,
Yeah. Hmm.
you see, it's not worth it.
Okay.